I think we are good to go. I think we are good to go. In which case... Double checking. In which case... Might as well start this. So, hello everyone, it's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed, CodeErr. Now, listen up. It is time to continue our ReZero journey. So last time we finally figured out who the mastermind was. I had a feeling it was Sakura. I said it before, that she was the most likely candidate to be the mastermind behind everything. Now she's not at the very top of the command chain, but I think we haven't met the person in charge of everything. But she is definitely the mastermind who orchestrated everything here. So I'm happy that I was indeed correct in my assumption. Look at me go, I'm a genius. In any case, that was last time. This time we need to figure out where we go from here. Because Subaru just experienced a very painful death. And apparently, the next loop starts on day 7, which I think is where we started on the previous loop as well, but I'm not entirely sure. Loop 5, day 7. Let's see what happens now. There's a deep, deep darkness. Unlike the fake darkness just before, this is real. Just before? Fake? Though I can't even process my own thoughts to understand what they mean. Who am I anyway? What is darkness? Who's the one interpreting these subjective concepts? And who says whether they're right or not? I don't know. 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 I don't know anything at all. From the start, I've been going at this all wrong. Everything I saw was wrong, and my thoughts were mistaken. But now you should know. Now we should know. Melty is the fake candidate. Sakura is the mastermind planning everything. And basically everyone else in her camp might be... Well, we also know that Wolf is in fact Salem, so we know that as well. We know that Tiga definitely doesn't want things to go this way, but for some reason is forced to go along with it. And Melty definitely is the most innocent out of all of them. The actual fake candidate is the most innocent in this fake candidacy. That's why I... Hello, Satella. I can hear a voice from within the deep, deep darkness. Ah, remember that scene from the anime? Remember the Satella I love you ASMR? Is this gonna be that all over again? You know, when I watched that scene in the anime, I didn't have headphones on. So it's not the same. But ooh boy, I am nervous about this. A sweet voice that seems to melt my exhausted body and worn mind, trying gently to carry them off. Okay then. You know, I wonder if she loves him. My thoughts are painted over by love. The blinding love smothers the darkness. If I let myself get buried in this love... And suddenly, Emilia. I hear a voice. Under that vast and overwhelming love, I'm sure I hear a voice. I turn my face toward it. Face? Yeah, I turn my face. I look toward the light piercing through the darkness. And so I extend my hand toward it, discarding the world of darkness and diving into the new light. The fact that it's everywhere. The fact that it keeps coming from different directions. It's just... whew. Also, Ivanov, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling loved. Because there's a whole lot of loving happening right now. As I gain distance, I can tell the voice is clinging to me. I move further, and as we're separated, just before plunging into the darkness. Yup, you will. You definitely will face her someday. There's a moment of silence and a flash of white. Then... a sound of love distinct from the ones before it gives me back one final push. Oh, this is where we are now. Wait, this is after subjugating the Dusk Bandits, right? That's where our new reset is? Okay. Well, you wouldn't look too well if you'd experienced what he just experienced. My dear friend Subaru just exploded from ingesting too many bugs. Ugh. You wanna throw up? That's understandable. Subaru. Subaru-kun, どうしたんですか? Subaru-kun. 手のかかることね。そこ、どきなさい。急病人が通るわ。My vision wavers, all I can see is the sky. My limbs are lifeless, so I let myself get carried away like some luggage. Well, your mind seemed far stronger while you were still in the darkness. You even had the guts to drop a cool line like, I'll face you someday. And the moment you wake up, you're like this. Okay. I can't speak, my head hurts. A repulsive sensation crawls through my organs. I know I'm just imagining it, but it feels all too real. After all, I'd been filled to literal bursting with bugs. Way to go, buddy. I don't think he wants to ingest anything right now. Okay. Maybe next time, but right now we have bigger problems at hand. Like figuring out how to stop Sakura. Can we kill her? She's a Marbeast user, we know that much. In fact, I think we are already on a different path, considering last time, immediately... Right, this is after subjugating the Dusk Bandits, not before, right? If it's before, then interesting. But if it's after, then then we pretty much reset back to immediately before we died, if we think about it. Because Subaru, after the subjugation, it was during that conversation with Reinhardt that we went after Melty and the others, at which point we got captured and then died. If that is the case, then our reset point is not too far off from where we died, but if it's from before the subjugation, then we still have a way to go. Got my own room by owning my... Got my own room by owning my brothers again. In what way did you... Well, first of all, congrats on getting your own room. But on owning them again? What do you mean? Huh? What do you do? Did they do something and you told on them and that's why you're getting your own room now? I don't know. Oh yeah, he definitely doesn't want to overstress his stomach right now. He knows what that's like. I do as Ram tells me and get some water from the pitcher. The cold fluid runs down my throat and my frightened organs slowly take it in. Water. Plain old water. It's definitely not those disgusting wriggling insects. Don't be scared of it, my organs. At this point, your organs would be scared of anything that enters your throat. $160 160p hours? What? Just return to your normal state, perform your usual functions, and be mindful of regular digestion and sound sleep. That's all. That's all I need. Okay, so it is immediately after the subjugation. So our reset point is right before we died, basically. Well, that's pretty generous. Normally you travel back far further, meaning you have to relive a whole lot of stuff. This time, however, it seems we don't have to do that. That's actually pretty nice. It's chilling to think of a crucial warning like that being delayed because I collapsed. Luckily, it seems I returned right after Ram figured it out, so we were able to avoid Emilia's name being spread and alerting the witch's cult. At least, I think so. To be honest, that's just me being hopeful. After all, before I could see how things turned out, I died at the hands of a terrifying enemy. After taking some time to rest and drink the water Rem gave me, the confusion in my mind begins clearing. I gather my thoughts, further my understanding, and seek out the answers. There's so much I need to go over, the biggest issue being... Thank you, Subaru now knows, he figured it out. That's the conclusion I came to from Sakura's words at the church, as I was dying. She's the only one who fits the bill. Thinking back, Melty was always the most likely to be the fake candidate. Emilia and Feld have too little chance of winning to bother being fakes. How was minus code? Again, I am pleasantly surprised that you would even decide to do something like that. And second of all, it really did turn out nice. I thought I mentioned that on Discord. Maybe I didn't mention it. But yeah, two pleasant surprises. One, you actually doing that, and second being the fact that you actually took time to put effort into it as well, to make it look good. So, I guess one thing I haven't said yet about that is, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to do something themed around me. It really wasn't necessary, but thank you so much for doing it anyway. Anastasia and Priscilla were both attacked by Wolf as well. That leaves either Krush or Melty, but... My jokes and quips fall flat. Despite having discovered the imposter we've been so worried about, I don't feel any better at all. Think of it that way. Thinking of it that way, it all makes sense. I was told Salem and Tiga were from the same place, and they had the groundwork laid out to help the imposter. Thinking back, during the loop when they rushed to our aid, when we were attacked by the Dusk Bandits, could have been a ploy to butter us up. There's something else I found out that makes me think Salem is Wolf too. Melty had shouted for her brother, and it sounded to me like it was directed at Salem. Yes, I agree. The problem is that Salem apparently goes through those lengths despite the fact that Melty will suffer in the process. Well, Tiga is kind of in on it, but it's clear he doesn't want this to happen, but he has no choice for some reason. As for Melty, well, Melty, again, as I said before, is probably the most innocent out of all of them. Despite her being the actual fake candidate. I like how patient Rem is with Subaru all the time. She's just standing there while Subaru's just rambling to himself. She gives him all the time he needs, which is nice of her. Is there anything Subaru does that doesn't have your heart beating a flutter? I did it because you couldn't. I still got the PP Madness Combat and homework on my hands. Please, please focus on that before doing anything else related to me. Especially the homework. For your own future, you know. Again, thank you so much, but focus on your own livelihood first and your own projects. Then again, I guess it was just a little project to spice things up to avoid everything becoming monotonous. I get that. When you're busy with bigger projects, having like a smaller project of just modeling one single character in this case could probably help to break up the monotony a little bit, which I guess in that case I really don't mind you doing it, but be sure to focus on the bigger projects as well. Wow. Ram's smile helps soften the stiffness in my heart. There's so much I don't know, but at least now I'm not dancing in the palm of someone's hand without realizing it. But how are you gonna do that, Subaru? Have you seen PP? Yes, I have seen it, and honestly, I honestly don't know what to think about it. After watching that video, I really don't know what to think about it. It was weird. And that's the only comment I have on it. Other than that, my mind just can't decide what to think. But I have seen it.
姉様とユリウスには悪いが、広場の方はこのまま二人に任せよう。俺たちは俺たちでやりたいことがある。
But it did make me want to eat some peanuts. Ah.
やりたいことですか。
ティーガと話がしたい。
ティーガ様とでしたらさっきまで一緒に。
そうだったんだけど、あいつらもスタコラさっさと逃げただろう。で、話したいことはその後できたんだ。
Oh. I remember seeing Tiga and Salem facing each other and arguing. Tiga seemed to be disagreeing about something. And as a result, he angered Sakura and met his demise on the church floor, swarmed by bugs. I don't know his true intentions, even if you were just, even if you were just pointing Sakura's true identity, kid, and laughing at me. I'm guessing that's supposed to say pointing. Oh, game, you and your perfect text. Even if you were just pointing and laughing at me. If there's a chance that wasn't the case. Would you buy a peepee? Probably not. But the thing is that I'm not really an impulse buyer kind of person. When I buy stuff, usually I put some thought, I think about it for far too long. I only buy stuff if I really, really want. Then again, I guess I kind of bought Among Us on a hunt, just out of nowhere because someone asked me to, and ever since then I've never played it. But usually I don't just immediately buy some stuff because of some kind of quick urge that comes up. And as for considering it, I don't think so. I don't think so. I am sorry. Sorry to say that. The main reason I died this time The main reason I died this time is probably because I've interfered with Sakura's plans so many times by now. Was it this? No. Escape? There we go. Okay, no, it was voiced. Okay. That made her rage and try to get rid of me. Whoever said you were capable and smart? Well, I guess Rem. If I really were so capable, I would have better control of the situation. I don't have any extraordinary abilities like that. I just cheat. But even then, I'm still so useless. I'm incompetent, powerless, reckless. Wow. Imagine cheating and still being useless. They'll reach you eventually. You think? I'm not sure about that. Who knows, maybe far off in the future if I ever decide to open a PO box or something like that. Which, to be fair, I don't have any reason to do that right now because, let's face it, there wouldn't be anything arriving there. But, who knows? If the channel ever reaches a decent enough size, and I do decide to open a PO box or something, and you're still there at that point, who knows, maybe one of those will reach me. Other than that, I don't really see it right now. But it is also a big if. So, you know the deal. Finally gotten enough. Oh, I get a feeling I know what you're talking about, Fastback. Also, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Are you gonna do it? Or are you gonna wait? That is the question. That do be the question now, huh?
とにかく今はうかつに動けない。
Oh crap.
またウォルフとの再戦だ。
Okay then. I see how it is. In that case, you're gonna have to give me a second. I'm gonna go grab something to drink real quick. And when I'm back, some things will be different, as you know. So I'll see you in a moment.
Okay. So, I'm back. Did you miss me? So I got something to drink just because I kind of forgot to prepare something ahead of time, as always, because that always happens. But here we go. We're back. We're back again.
かといって正面から教会を訪ねるってのも
Code has
クソ
been
度胸すぎて俺には無理。
Code has been microwaved and that's the result. I don't get it. What's that supposed to mean? And there it is, or she rather. Yes, I'm here. Also, life is fun. I guess it is fun. I hope it is fun. I mean, one would hope life is fun. Well, life isn't fun for Subaru, but we already know life isn't fun for Subaru. Because for Subaru, life is suffering. After all, he just recently died because he exploded. He exploded from eating too many bugs, so yeah. Sad way to go. Very sad.
一体どうしたもんか。
But now we need to figure out where to go from here. Subaru is the embodiment of suffering. I mean, it is true. It is the most accurate definition for him.
あ、なんだ兄ちゃんたち。こん なとこで何してんだよ。珍しい。
Hmm?
ここはオートの路地裏だぜ。遊んでると尻の毛までむしられても知らねえぞ。
Well, what do you look at that? It's felt. It's Miss Involuntary Royal Candidate herself. So, hey, maybe she can help us. You know, you never know. Maybe Felt can help. I mean, we know she can fight. At least a little bit. I mean, she has a divine blessing, if I'm not mistaken.
フェルト？お前こそなんでこんなとこに？
なんでも何もねえだろ。オートの路地裏は私の庭だ。庭歩いてて文句言われる筋合いはねえよ。フェルト様、スバル君が言いたいことはそういう意味ではないかと。ああ、わかったわかった。
Hmm?
どうせ兄ちゃんもラインハルトみたいにはしたないとかおしとやかにとかだろ。
Well, I get why she doesn't want to do that, considering it's so different from what she's used to. I mean, she grew up like this, so...
そんなお行儀のいいお姫様が欲しいなら、そもそも私を選ぶんじゃねえよ。
And Felt does have good reasoning here. So, I get it, I do get it.
私は私だ。私であることは死んでも曲げねえ。だから路地裏に来るのもやめてね。
Mlem. Hi, Rob. Also, yes, it's me. Fastback did a thing. So, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here like this. So yeah, Fastback to thank for this. I mean, if it's something you want to thank people for, then thank Fastback.
最後の部分は微妙に理屈通ってねえよ。
In any case, we need to figure out how to stop everyone here. Because, well, Sakura is still gonna be an issue. If we don't handle her, she's probably gonna be an even bigger issue. I mean, she did kill Subaru in the previous loop, so...
しかしおかん無理だなお前。もしかして城でなんか嫌なことあった？
どうってことねえよ。ただ偉そうなジジイどもが揃いも揃ってぐちぐちつまらねえこと並べ立てやがる。
I mean, yeah, they were questioning you to see if you're the imposter, right?
それでむしゃくしゃしてこうやってうさばらししてんのは違いねえよ。
Clip them lem, but do not have the link. Well, that's on you then.
スバル君、フェルト様がおっしゃっているのは。
ああ、城の事情聴取だな。エミリアタンと同じで、フェルトのやつも今日がその日だったのか。
It seems that Felt's interrogation... It seems that Felt's interrogation ended up happening at this timing because of the various schedule delays.
おかげで、こっちは不機嫌フェルトの相手をしなくちゃならないことに。
Also, no Nuke-chan, never. Got hit by another car? How did you get hit by another car? What happened? What did you do? I guess sorry for assuming that you did something. Could very well have been the driver's fault. In fact, I imagine it was probably the driver's fault in some way or another. But what led to that to happen?
なんだよ。今度は兄ちゃんまで私をイラつかせるつもりなのかよ。自分で言うのもなんだけど、私はキレると何するかわかんねえぞ。
Honestly, that's a good question. I feel like Felt could very well kill you, Subaru. I mean, she did kind of try to do that before, in the slums. So, you know. I swung across the street and the driver just sped up. Well, that's mean. So, he just sped up while you were walking across the street. So it's like he wanted to hit you, basically. Well, that's mean. Normally you would imagine people would actually hit the brakes if they see someone crossing the street, not speed up. So what do you mean that's at least 4? How many times are you gonna get hit? Please let that be the last one. Please let it be the last one. You're here and not dead? I never thought you would be dead. But anyway, welcome to the stream, Debbie. Welcome to the stream. And well, if you're asking me how I'm doing, I'm doing well myself. So yeah, and I have money for an attorney. Understandable, I guess. I have cut out 11. Is that supposed to say onions? And it's getting tedious. Oh, you're talking about frames for something? 49 out of about 300? You're talking about frames for something? For the XML file, I'm guessing. So yeah. Well, I get why it would be getting tedious at this point. Don't actually have enough energy to stay. The virus is killing me. I honestly hope you don't mean that literally. Please don't mean it literally. I know you're gonna recover. I know you're gonna get better soon. But if you don't have the energy to stay, well, no one's forcing you to stay. So I'm just glad you decided to visit. That's already nice of you. Also, I'm not gonna imagine making 1000 frames per second Monica blinking. That just sounds like a lot of tedious effort, and I don't feel like anyone would want to do that. Well, that's not true. I'm sure there are some people out there who would not mind doing it. Didn't break a bone, but my arm has very little skin. That's a description that I didn't really need to hear, but I hope it gets better. I mean, I get that it hurts. It seems pretty painful from that description. I hope you recover. I mean, yeah. Not literally, but I can't stand up. I came to visit. Okay, Debbie. I get it. So that's what you mean by to show love, huh? To scream at me. How nice of you. I will have fun. But yeah, you go back to sleep. You rest up. Try to recover as good as you can. Still working on EXPP? I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. Anytime you go out, carry a brick. People won't want to hit a person with a brick. But carrying a brick with you all the time wouldn't that be kind of tedious and annoying? Other than that, great advice. I show love in my own way. I can tell. Who in the right mind would speed up to the person who's carrying a brick? I mean, it's true, but in that case you'd also have to carry the brick in a way that everyone could see it all the time. And that would be even more tedious, wouldn't it? Because that means you actually have to carry it. But other than that, nice advice. Nice advice, Rob. Everyone listen to Rob. Rob is a genius. My girlfriend's being extra nice, so that's a huge plus. I'd imagine so. So your girlfriend's nursing you up now, huh? That's nice.
お前護衛はどうした？危ないって聞いてないのか？
Tedious, but you would gain strength over time to carry even more bricks. But let me ask you this, why would you need to carry even more bricks? Carry a knife because I can't carry a brick in my neighborhood without getting the look of, oh shit, let me call the cops. But a knife, that's doable, of course. I mean, I guess a brick would look a little bit weird. But a knife? Oh well, it's... Oh, I mean, I guess that makes sense. You can't really put a brick in your pocket, can you? But a knife, that's doable. Someone hit you with a car, the car would probably break. Well, if you have a knife, then you can hurt the person in the car as well. Well, that is if they get out of the car, which they might not. Brick domino is a good time killer. I mean, if you have a bunch of bricks, then sure you can set up dominoes like that. Though I don't know why you would have a bunch of bricks and no other alternatives to making dominoes. But I guess that's up to you then. That's why there's Super Brick. Throw the brick at the window and bam. I could slash their tires and run. I mean, that is true, but if they hit you and you're injured so badly that you can't exactly run away that fast, then that's also a problem, isn't it? But I guess when you just got hit by a car, I suppose the adrenaline rush would help you out in running away. So, who knows? Who knows? I certainly don't know because I don't know anything. So I'm guessing Reinhardt is currently not in town. Adrenaline go brrr. Yes, that would mean that would be what that means. There have been fires all around the capital. Is that because of the witch's cult or is that because of Wolf? I don't know. Or are you being metaphorical? I mean, somehow when you can get a gun license, then the distance doesn't matter. So, are you telling Fastback to just bring a gun everywhere? In case someone hits him with a car? And then what? Just shoot them through the window or something? Because that seems a bit excessive, don't you think? You know what, I'll choose to ignore that comment. Adrenaline is like hypercrack speed meth. And, you know, the best part is it's completely natural. So, you know. I mean it's true, she can run pretty quickly, considering she has, what was it, the Blessing of the Wind? I think that's what it's called, right? I believe so, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you shouldn't make light of your opponents, especially when it could be someone like Wolf. Well, because they're giving you a fair warning that someone's in your own yard trying to kill you, potentially. Adrenaline works like parents tell their kid sugar works. It super energizes you, I know. You know about... You know about what? Kaspersky? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I have sweet dreams. Megumin and Rem in my party. I'm satisfied. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Wiz, Megumin and Rem. Well, you go then. I'm still trying to get the Overlord cast, so yeah. I still have some time left on the gacha, but well, let's just say I haven't gotten any one of the featured gacha characters yet, so I'm gonna have to actually try a little bit harder soon. Though they did give away Albedo and a 3-star variant of Eins for free, so I have those. But I, again, don't have any of the featured gacha characters, except for Darkness in the Albedo costume. I have her, but that's about it. Did I miss a text box, by the way? Felt willfully ignores Rem's point, but at least now I can be sure of one thing. The culprit setting fires in the royal capital are probably Salome and Puka. I mean, it would make sense. In the Ram? Give us some Ram back? Well, we just ran away from Ram, so Ram is still dealing with the citizens of the town. The dude did give me $500 not to sue him, which I wasn't able to do anyways. Well, that's okay then. That's nice. Would you say it was worth the pain? Would you say the pain you're experiencing right now is worth $500? Or is the pain much worse? Ram would be nice in the event. $500 from him, then sue him with that money. Stonks. I mean, that would be a bit rude, but then again, so is speeding up when you see a person crossing the road. Hang on, did I skip something again? No, I didn't. Okay. With Wolf's existence known, they've been forced to change the original plan. Now they're creating distractions for the guards and knights. It makes sense. If they don't... In that case, the damage done here is because of me. I created the situation. Well, you can't fix it now, Subaru, I'm sorry. Yes, it bought me a new couch. And I'm assuming you're currently relaxing on said couch, a nice leather couch. Nice. Nice. So are you currently relaxing on that couch and recovering from your injury? Are you currently laying in bed or sitting around? I don't know which it is. In any case, I hope you're recovering. I hope you're recovering nicely. Couch. Would imagine so. Need to make good on that investment, right? Need to actually use it so it's worth it. Okay, let's see. Also him saying everything is depressing. Yeah, that's just ReZero, isn't it? ReZero is just depression and suffering. And we love it for it. He's trapped in the couch. The feeling of laying on the couch swallowed him whole. Wow. And I sold my old couch for 500. Wait, then how much did the new one cost? So I got a free couch basically. Oh, so okay, so it evened out. I guess that's nice. So you got a free couch and you still have the $500. So do you have any plans on what you're gonna be saving up for? Gotta make some good investments next, huh? Nice for you to know your virus. Your virus defector problems? No, wait, your virus defector? Your virus defector programs? I'm guessing that's detector and not defector. I hope. Nice for you to know your virus detector programs. Why would you need virus detection if you can just die? That makes so much more sense, right? Free couch plus getting hit with a car. Putting it towards a new car. Makes sense, so then you can go around hitting others with your car. I used damage from my car to buy a new car. I used the car to buy the car. A small mercy considering everything else. I doubt it actually helps any. Puka's fire magic is immensely powerful. I know because I've been killed by it before. With that kind of firepower, if the fires are going out without any deaths, it means those two never intended to kill anyone. Technically I used the couch to buy the car. I mean, yeah, by extension. But you only bought the new couch because of the money you got from getting hit by a car. And then you sold the old couch, which got you the money to get your new car. Well, to help you get your new car at least. So, by extension, the car helped you get the car. Use getting hit by a car to buy a couch and use the couch to buy a car. Yes. Stonks indeed. Very much so. Very much stonks. Well, Subaru do be thinking a lot, I guess. Doesn't mean he always comes up with the best strategies, but I guess he's performing better than I would be, so credit where it's due, I guess. Why would you... Do you really want to see me with cat ears? I mean, I guess it's possible. But... cat ears with jiggly physics? Why? Also Joshua! Yo, what's up? How are you doing on this fine day? I hope you're doing fine. I've made up my mind.
方針はさっきと同じだ。ひとまずティーガから話が聞きたい。そのためにあいつと会いたいんだが、うかつに教会には近づけないな。
Imposter? What do you mean imposter? Do I look too weird for you? I mean, I guess it's kind of weird if you haven't seen me like this before, but this is not the first time I'm streaming like this, as you might know. Don't worry if you don't like this, you just gotta wait about 7 more minutes. Then I'll go back to the version you know me more. So, you know. What did you do on September 22nd? September 22nd? You mean last year, or because September 22nd is still coming up? What do you do to CodeErr? Well, that is for me to know and you to find out, I guess. No, I'm currently the dominant personality. Ko-chan seems to have a stuttering problem. Do I? Do I have a stuttering problem? I mean, I guess maybe sometimes, but I try not to. I mean, I guess I do sometimes have a bit of a stuttering problem, but... Ko-chan, where's Nuke-chan? Nuke-chan doesn't exist, and you know it. Though, again, I guess I could potentially give you the option to eventually choose that as some kind of special. But that would probably just... that would probably just be a one-off thing, so, you know. Did you forget he from the hospital? Did you forget the... What? Did you forget the from the hospital? What? What? Her? I don't know what you're talking about now, I'm really confused. Only when you read Joshua's message. Hey, you know what's up. You mean that's about the stuttering problem? So I stutter when I read Joshua's message. I can prove you wrong by reading it out loud myself now. Damn it, I already... In claiming I could read it out loud without stuttering, I already stuttered. What do you do to CodeErr? There, I see. There, you see, I said it. And I didn't stutter during reading it. I stuttered before it, and now I stuttered after it, but I didn't stutter while reading it, so we're good to go. See? See, I'm fine. I'm super fine. Ko-chan forgot Nuke-chan from the hospital 10 years ago. 10 years ago I didn't even exist like this. And you know that. You nervous? Oh no, oh no, Joshua's making me nervous. I'm all flustered. Oh, Joshua. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. Madness Day 2021. Did you celebrate it? I mean, I don't really think I celebrated it, so... Actually, didn't I upload... Didn't I upload the first part of my reaction to Madness Combat on Madness Day? I think so. I'm gonna jump out the window now. No, don't do it, Joshua. I'll miss you. Please, don't... Same. Wow. I guess everyone just wants to die now. Understandable. I guess that's understandable. How much from window to the ground? You know what, that's a good question. If you're jumping from the basement, then that would be more of a climb, wouldn't it? Not if I do it first. About 30 feet? Then don't do it. No, that's not something to say see ya about, because if you do that, then I won't be seeing you again. So you can't say it like that. I don't answer them as I contemplate deeply, my hand over my face. Could Feld's offer actually be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? Feld is a reliable and accomplished thief, so sneaking in somewhere should be easy for her. Of course, there's still some danger involved. Even if I support Feld's infiltration from the outside, I can't reduce the risk to 0. That would be too irresponsible of me. Involving Feld would be... I'm still falling. Are you gonna pull a Loki? I've been falling for 30 minutes. Proceeds to put up the peace sign and go backwards out the window. You don't have to do that. Proceeds to jump out the window that's about 30 seconds from the ground. That fall would definitely kill you. Oh well. Oh well, Josh. Rest in peace. No, don't rest in peace. Live in peace.
ごまかすの下手かよ。フェルトさんとか背中が寒くなるような呼び方いきなりしてくんじゃねえ。
What do you mean it's... Oh no, my throat. Rest in peace, shall Monica be with you? That would be implying that he gets deleted, so I don't like that idea.
その情けねえ面見たら大体わかんだよ。勝手に諦めて見限ったやつの面ってのはいつもしょぼくれてやがるからな。
フェルト。
言ってみろよ。思いついたこと。
So basically we need your help, Feld.
今、兄ちゃんが思いついたくせに勝手に諦めたこと、全部私に聞かせてみろ。
Bye, 2 a.m. Alright, bye, Ivanov. I'll see you around. For me, it's now midnight. Midnight on the dot, basically. So, that's nice. But that also means I should probably switch. Switch back, you know, as I said.
私の手に負えねえかどうか、それは聞いてから私が決めてやる。
So, are you ready for stuff to return to normal? And maybe Joshua will come back after that. Also, Fastback, I'm sorry, but you know how it be. You know that I keep switching back. That I never do this for an entire stream. Except for when we hit the milestone, and actually that wasn't a milestone, I think that was on April 1st. Yeah, it was an April Fool's Day where I first did this. Does anyone remember the first reveal of Code-chan? April Fool's Day? That was nice, wasn't it? Anyway, I'm gonna be switching back because I can't. So, yeah. Please give me a second. So that I can do my thing.
Yes, I did moan on stream and I'd do it again.
勝手に私に値札つけて、それで見限ってくれてんじゃねえぞ。
And there's nothing you could do to stop me. Because I do what I want. Also, welcome. Welcome back. This is... You what? I mean, come on! Okay, once it was actually supposed to be that, because... Well, but all those times where I moaned, it was during DDLC. No, I know that sounds even worse. But okay, the first time it happened was when I was playing Doki Doki Blue Skies, and it was the scene with Yuri, and I was voicing out the text boxes, and they were doing the deed, so to say. So I had to voice that. And the other time was also during DDLC, where I did it a bunch, which is when the text boxes were just saying, ah. And I know it was supposed to be just like an, ah, I see how it is kind of deal. But when I saw it and was like, you know, I could also read that as a moan. So I decided to do that. As a stupid joke. So yes, I did moan on stream. That clip better still exist? I don't know, does it? Did it get clipped? Rob, you should know. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Proceeds to redeem 14 Scream Awards in a row. Don't you dare. Internet was too slow, so I didn't. You know, I could look up. Could look it up. It has to be somewhere in my Doki Doki Blue Skies playlist where the scene with Yuri is. Now I don't remember exactly when the moaning stuff was. Was it during Was that during Doki Doki Plus, actually? There, where I did the joking moan? Oh well. You're back, yo, there was an imposter. Ah, yes. That's what you go to. You know what? You know what? Imposter, you say, huh? I think Blue Skies might have been Blue Skies as well. Blue Skies was definitely where I did the Yuri thing. But what do you mean imposter? Hang on a second, hang on. Much cooler? What do you mean much cooler? Also, clearly you don't know anything about who should be an imposter of any kind. Because clearly, if anyone's supposed to be the original, then it would supposedly have to be me. Speaking music, I can totally speak music because I am just that great. I'm great at everything, you see. In any case... Clearly I am the most superior version out of all the different versions of me you've seen. And there's nothing you can say to convince me otherwise. But I suppose this is not what you're here for, so... let's leave this behind for a second. I just want to die, that is something I would never say, because the world would just be off so much worse without me. Not like the world isn't shit already. I mean, compared to me. Compared to me, how can anything be great? Now then, if you would please just give me a second. So, where were we? Gotta go. How many of you are there? Too many at this point. Too many. Is there an edgy one? I mean, there's some stuff. More quotes than I should, oh well. Ah, well, if you say so. Honestly, though, there's just too much. Plus, let's not forget that I have swimsuit outfits as well. Oh well. But why is the girl version so weird? It's totally not like I introduced that version of myself on April Fool's Day and it just stuck around ever since. The furl. But yeah, that for some reason that version seems to be quite popular, which is why it's a redeemable reward. So people do like it apparently.
今更だけど思ったんだよ。お前、本当に王戦
And there might be more coming, you know?
ってわけで、教会の中にいるティーガと連絡をつけたい。俺とかレムじゃ、そこがかなり不安だ。だから、すばしっこいお前の力が借りれるとすげえ助かるんだが。
Yes. You go in VR chat? I mean, I could possibly. It is a possibility, you know. Really. Wow, wow. The day someone else decides to make my body for me. I knew it would come. When people say, I know what you're supposed to look like, I shall form you to my will. Do the versions fight? I mean, there's clearly some distinction, but usually, nah. I mean, clearly I'm the one in control of everything. I decide which version gets to go to the forefront. Even though I know that... you know. Switching myself around like this is... Also, by the way, while replying to you, I once again started to stutter. Which, wow. The void one. By the void one, you mean the purple version? But yeah, that one... I mean, a bit self-absorbed if I do say so myself, but that was the whole point. The way this version came to be, I think I talked about it a little bit before. Hang on. The jiggle physics would carry over. It carries... That would be hell. Yikes. And error... Coach and error fight for who's the dumbest? Wow. But yeah. Clearly a little bit of superiority there. But the reason that version came to be is because people told me that they liked my content and everything, and I never gathered up enough confidence. There's always between all of them the stuttering, yeah, it's bad. But yeah, I never was able to build enough confidence myself, so I had to basically completely artificially build up a new character for myself. Just to build up confidence. And just like that, this version of me was born. The purple one. But hey, now I do have a version of myself where I can be confident. So, you know. I always change to doing glitchy voice. Blam. And uninstall everything. Wow. With megaphone and everything. You know, I'll do this. I'll do a very quick switch. I won't talk during that. Because it's really annoying for me as well. But if you want the glitchy version, you know that there is a glitchy version, right? Again though, I'll only do this for a short moment. And I won't even talk. But just know that a glitchy version is something that exists. So give me a second. There we go. Just a short little thing. It did happen before, but you know, had to happen again. So, now that we basically just cycled through all the different versions of me you've seen up until this point, can we actually continue the game? Maybe. Code is Sans? No, I am not. I wish. Well, my last words will be, don't worry, be happy. Because Rickroll. Also Mlem. And now the Tort crew is here. Be prepared, there's more weirdness coming in. Also, we just gotta follow. Hang on a second. Who did that? Kiwi Gamer Romania. Hello there, General Kenobi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Never played the game. I just like the anime / web novels. Same. For me, this is a blind playthrough. What I can tell you about this game, let me give you a quick rundown of what's happened so far. Basically, the role selection has been postponed because there's a 6th candidate. And naturally, the prophecy says that there's only supposed to be 5. So, they're postponing the role selection until they figured out who the imposter is. At this point, I just want to see Rem exist. That makes sense. Thankfully, she is here. At this point, Subaru finally figured out who the imposter is. Now, to be fair, we as the ones playing this, we basically already knew from the beginning. We just had to figure out, hey, which one of the characters didn't appear in the anime? But I am a genius sometimes, because I was actually able to figure out ahead of time that the imposter candidate is not actually the mastermind behind everything. And I was actually able to figure out which of the new characters was the mastermind. I was able to call it ahead of time. I was able to call ahead of time that Sakura, who is one of the attendants of Melty, is the mastermind behind everything. That Tiga is just along for the ride on this and actually is just and wants to protect Melty, but has to carry out Sakura's will basically. And that Wolf is just an executioner basically. So I was able to figure that stuff out like a genius. Family of Suicides, wow. Just Among Us, but with respawn. I mean, technically, because Subaru can go back. No Echidna that kisses. Sadly, no. This game takes place before the right before the Royal Selection meeting, the first one, during season 1. So basically, Subaru's return to the capital. This takes place during Subaru's return to the capital, where the meeting happens, where Subaru completely embarrasses himself in front of everyone. That's the time frame we're looking at. So sadly, no Echidna. No nice kisses. No kissing someone who literally just threw up. You can't... No lovely lady who kisses someone who just puked. It ain't happening here. I am sorry. But we did get the I love you ASMR from Satala. We did get that one. In fact, we just got that today as well. Good old Satala, I love you ASMR. Plotness Paimon is the mastermind, damn emergency food. You know, the thing is, we don't actually know who's behind Sakura, because Sakura was talking about mother. So technically Sakura is subservient to someone else as well. Who knows, maybe it is Paimon. Maybe it is Paimon. We'd never know. We never know until we know, you know. Old universe, what should turn into a monster? The voices in my head. The voices in your head are probably really annoying. I just started thinking randomly. Rem is the reason Subaru started his actual journey, but she was absent throughout it, and if you know... Yeah, I don't know. I just know what already happened in the anime, sadly. And I know a little bit about the what-if stories. So Rem is the reason he started his journey. I mean, Rem definitely did motivate him to keep going during the one scene where he had basically already given up and then decided to throw himself off a cliff to save Rem and Ram and everyone in the mansion. And then let's not forget the great moment through, what was it, episode 18, where she motivated him to finally be a hero and start over. And then throughout the entirety of season 2, she still wasn't there. Sad. She don't protect, she don't attack, but most important, she had my emergency snack. Wow. Well, for sure, shit is still fucked up. You thought getting eaten alive was bad? Oh no! Yeah, I know it's gonna get worse and worse. Being in San Francisco was bad. You thought a kidnap manipulating was bad? Ha! Oh well. Now you see, one more thing about being bad. Wanna know the most recent death Subaru experienced in this game? Wanna know? The most recent death in this game was at the hands of Sakura, the mastermind behind the fake candidate. And Sakura is a Mabeast user. Specifically, she controls a whole bunch of Mabeasts that are basically like wasps, just a little bit bigger. She controls a whole bunch of wasp-like Mabeasts, and the way Subaru died was such a lovely way. She forced a whole bunch of Mabeasts to enter his mouth, climb into his stomach, one after another, until his stomach literally burst open. So yeah, he died because of a whole bunch of insects entering his mouth and basically him exploding after that. Isn't that fun? Imagine, that would be such a nice way to go. Still not as bad? Okay then. But he can if it gets worse than that, then yikes. I mean, the white rabbit was also pretty painful. So yeah. No one will tell you anything, Tort, by the way. It's just no. I never felt that before. Pun. I'm you from the future. You are not. I think I would know, and actually no, I wouldn't know. Dependable felt, get! Yes. She's always felt pretty dependable. Good code, Coach-chan. Raw. Wow. Also. Oh. You haven't read the slightest bit of Arc 4 and all because it was important stuff cut at the end. What do you mean important stuff cut at the end? I am super confused right now and I'm super nervous. Again though, cut content that was cut from the anime that didn't get shown, you mean? Or what? Or content that actually hasn't really become relevant in the anime yet. Had a talk at the end of Arc 4. Hoo boy. About all the stuff that happened. You mean about Rosewall literally sending assassins to attack the mansion, and about him hiring Elsa before that as well and stuff? You mean like that? Ooh, yikes. About a kid now? Oh, about that! About the kissy lady. About the all-knowing kissy lady. Yes, of course. Also, don't poke me! do not poke.
レムが一生かけてもお支払いします。
Oh, by the way, another thing about Echidna. Of course there's no Echidna in this game, because by the time we meet Echidna, Rem is already, you know, gone. You were so happy about Rem being here that you completely forgot that that means that Echidna isn't here yet. Sad. Also, no. Really bringing back Ugandan Knuckles? That meme died forever ago. So to read the stuff now, it's not that long, but I have no way to force you. I might have to read it eventually. Plus, I really like ReZero. I mean, of course. Maybe I should get into the source material eventually. Maybe I should. Maybe I should get into that. When beans upon this land. Oh no, Rob's final form. How horrible. How horrible. The beans. I mean, I like ReZero so much that, you know, when in Konosuba Fantastic Days, when they had the ReZero crossover event forever ago, I made sure I got every single crossover character, including both characters that got featured and the new costumes for the Konosuba cast. But I had to get all the ReZero characters that I could in Konosuba, even though technically they only featured Rem and Emilia. The sad thing is, I think Subaru appeared in the event story, but is sadly not an unlockable character. So no Subaru in Konosuba. Very sad. With this, let Altord introduce himself. Why do I have to do it? Basically just insane. The one thing I can clearly point out is the voices in their head. Yes, we know she's the imposter. I am sorry. I apologize so much. I apologize 1,000 times. Oh, Rob, okay. Good night, Rob. See you around. Thanks for being here. You know, I appreciate it. And to take the trash out and all of them. Wow. You mean the trash? Wow. Hey, just because she's the imposter doesn't mean she's a bad person. Also, no nomming. No poking, no nomming, no nothing. With that, Felt lightly tilts her head. I didn't say it outright, but she seems to get it. That I was sure Melty and her camp were the imposters, and that was why I was being so cautious. I could just dictate you the conversation and simplify it and chat directly from the PDF, or just send the link to the website. Honestly, it's your call. Whatever you wanna do. Whatever you wanna do. Can you ever get enough of ReZero? I don't know. And here come the quotes again. He came inside me without consent. Oh no. Memories. I definitely knew what I was saying at that point. I definitely knew what I was saying when I said that. I intentionally made that an innuendo. Yep. So, Rob, you still remember what that was from? He came inside me without consent? You remember what that was from? Because I do. And I know exactly what its actual meaning was supposed to be. you know, other than the innuendo.
にやきづらってわかる評価だけども
Oh, hey, you remember. Actually, it's called Below Zero. Oh my god, you can't even get the name right. I'm sorry. From that all the way down is cut. Yikes. Context is after the part where Emilia made Roswell say sorry. Ah, of course, the good old apology. Okay. But yeah, Subnautica Below Zero, the place where I got a whole bunch of unconsensual hand-holding as well. Both the unconsensual hand-holding and the fact that Alan came inside me without my consent. That was an interesting experience.
なんて伝える？兄ちゃんが呼んでるでいいのか？
ああ、そうだな。それで商業街の酒場に。いや。
Oh? Where are we gonna meet? With the situation as it is, it'd be weird for Feld to tell him to go somewhere, considering the possibility he'd be suspicious of her.
My friend. マイフレンドが呼んでる。そう言ったら信じてくれるはずだ。
Ah. Am I the only one in chat taking this fucking show seriously? Maybe. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. There's Tord with the whole with the role play. There's Rob with the quotes. Honestly, chat is just chaos. My chat is pure chaos. I over time you get used to it. And then of course there's Ivanov, who already left. But one thing you need to know about Ivanov is that he's constantly encrypting his messages, basically, and Fastback with the stories. And his basically slice of life anime life. So you know how it be. I would never have said the N-word in the first place if I wasn't just reading a text box. I am very sorry, but I was just reading a text box without thinking about what I was reading, and then the N-word suddenly appeared in there. And immediately after saying it, I realized what I just said, and I do still apologize for that. But yeah, Rob, good night. Have a good one. I just want to die. Yes, that's exactly how I felt after reading that as well. Meeting with Tiga, get. Slightly leg spike, but okay. We should get Feld to help us. Better hurry to the church. Remember to think. Sakura was pulling the strings. Still, I never thought Salem could actually be Wolf. It's hard for me to accept that the guy who helped a lost girl find her parents could be so evil, but that seems to be the case. Put a RAM character with big boobs and use a voice changer. How many more views would you get? A lot, probably. Honestly, I feel like being a male VTuber is already a little bit of a disadvantage compared to female VTubers. That's just how it is. Because more people appreciate the anime waifus than anything else, so you know. But I am not the kind of person who would go for that. Who would go for just tricking people outright. But it would probably be beneficial to me. Now, I shouldn't be talking about the viewers because I feel like they could drop any second. Because I feel like things are currently going quite well. Remember to breathe and place your tongue correctly in the mouth so it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Why, thank you. You had to... Also, how many times... Rob, are we back at that point where you're saying goodnight many times and then staying around anyway? It's not the first time you've done this. And now the roleplay squad is talking to each other again. I see how it is. Don't think we have enough space on any memory device for the amount of confusion. Hence, small brain moments code causes himself. Yeah, Yeah. 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 I mean, Melty does seem nice, but I knew from the beginning that it would be her. The more I think about it, the more absurd it seems. There's no reason to exclude Melty as a possible fake candidate. Yet I was convinced, without good reason, that Melty couldn't be an imposter. No. I've also... No love curse, no. Just no. I've also caused a lot of confusion with my stories. Confusion is basically the bread and butter of this. The chaotic chat, plus me having just a bunch of small brain moments. It's just... Yeah. Welcome to CodeErr, where Code just doesn't know what he's doing. I did not miss you, by the way. I missed these two versions the least out of everyone. Wow, arbitrary exclusion cat. Oh no, the suspicion is because... Oh no, Melty could have stolen away Subaru, how horrible. No poking and no nomming. How many times do I need to say that? Not being with love curse retort. Yes. Yes, exactly. The trap would like to say it has missed neither of you. Of course. And Mario! Hello! How are you? I hope you're having a great day. A great day. Ooh. Feels good to be superior. ReZero fandom in a nutshell. You know what I'm gonna... I know I don't usually do it, but I'm gonna have a quick look at that right now. Just for the sake of it. For Subaru or the... Yes! Honestly, understandable meme. Feel free to check that one out. Click the link. But yeah, I get that. Honestly, the waifus are amazing. But the plot is just... I mean, it's basically suffering. What was it in, what was it, ReZero in 10 minutes? Or what was it, ReZero in 8 minutes? Something along those lines. The video by Gigug. Basically, is the plot gonna kick in anytime soon? Does suffering count as plot? That basically describes ReZero. Guess what? What? I cannot guess. You need to give me info. There's also not missed any of you. Wow. I am fine. Just fine. I mean, the author is just cruel on us too. Yeah. I mean, I am kind of curious to see when Rem is gonna come back into the plot. Because she's been missing for the entirety of Season 2, and I feel like, considering what I've heard, she might be gone for a while longer as well. Which is pain. For all the Rem fans, especially. On the Switch, there's now Twitch. I wasn't aware of that, but now I know. Thank you. The plan of ReZero is just get close to solving something, cause... Yeah. And the moment you solve something, the next problem is gonna come along immediately. Maybe not always immediately, but sometimes you get those little moments of happiness, but those moments of happiness only serve to make the coming suffering that much worse. How can you give him hope and someone who loves him and then erase that person out of existence? Yeah, I know, it's horrible. Like, at least, you know, this first time it happened, it was bad enough. But the second time, he can't even travel back in time to save her again. But okay, to his benefit, at least he was able to recover her body. At least the second time we were able to recover her body, but we can't travel back to save her. And that's the horrible part. Okay, and apparently the Torch crew is practicing self-cest now. Interesting. Last time I saw self-cest was was when I was watching Loki. They were smooching too. Rem will come back in the very, very end of season 4 or season 5. So what you're telling me is even if we do get a season 3, we still won't be seeing Rem again. Pain! I mean, we did get to see Rem in season 2, in the very beginning, and when the Witch of Lust was kind of displaying her, showing herself as Rem. So yeah, fighting web novels, no matter how much you hate books. Maybe I will. Maybe you're right. Maybe I will. Roll call for the Torts. Okay, you do that if you feel like it. I mean, I do like visual novels. That's why I like this game. And, you know, I do also play DDLC. So, you know. Logical translations. Novels include fan art for each chapter, like the new character or just a picture from the situation or something. Well, that's nice. That way you can get a better image of what things look like. Everything in moderation, get. Yes, that's why you talk to everyone, because you need to gather as much info as possible. Otherwise, when you come to a decisive moment, you can't make a decision. I've had that moment before, where I came to a decisive moment and no option was available to me. And that's bad. So you need to gather as much info as possible if you want to have better chances at making it. Notice so many pics on Arc 4, but Arc 5 I've seen many more. Okay. Wanna see Regulus die? Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I heard something. Isn't Regulus like one of the only people who would have a somewhat even fight against Reinhardt? Isn't that like a thing that Reinhardt and Regulus would basically be somewhat evenly matched? Have you played Cuphead? I think I played it with a friend of mine at some point. A friend of mine owns the game, and at some point when I was visiting him, we played co-op for a little bit. So yeah. Motivation, make you read the novels? Well, yes, about that. I know Reinhardt is basically OP, but Regulus is OP in his own right. No, I am not kissing anyone. I'm out of there. Yeah, just please ignore that. Well, let's just say Reinhardt is not enough by himself, I see. Well, the thing is, Regulus can basically just... from watching the anime, we still don't really know the extent of his powers. We've seen him use his powers, but we don't know on what basis they operate. What's the use behind it? Like, honestly. Now, of course, there is some trick like it was with Betelgeuse. Yeah, with Betelgeuse, in the beginning we didn't know how his powers really operate until we were able to see his unseen hands. And then it immediately became obvious how everything worked. And without being able to see his unseen hands, he would be a little bit weird. But for Regulus, I feel like eventually, once you figure out his powers, how they work, everything is gonna make sense. But as of right now, we don't know, at least from watching the anime. See how he got his powers and why he's invincible, bro? He's an ass, like... I know he constantly talks about his rights and everything, and I feel like that has something to do with how he has to convince himself he's in the right constantly. Isn't that a thing? But other than that, I don't know. Can't stay long because I want to wake up early for no reason. Alright then. No problem, no problem. Well, no, he's just insane, demented. Didn't the ReZero author confirm that Betelgeuse was the least insane out of all the witch cult out of all the archbishops? Lost his pride. I mean, it would make sense. Pride cometh before the fall. But yeah, definitely, I can agree with that now. That I have seen them. Honestly, it's hard to imagine when you first meet Betelgeuse that he's the least insane out of all of them. Like, seriously. But, you know, I also, before watching Season 2, I never would have imagined that I would actually learn to feel sorry for Betelgeuse and for him dying and everything, and that I would want him to come back. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was a great character in Season 1, but after watching Season 2 and seeing his backstory, it's just like, it hurts. It hurts. Knowing what could have been. Especially seeing Emilia's second trial, seeing what actually could have been, what they could have been like. It's sad. It really is. They go and sub to a YouTuber that is streaming BRB. You do that. Devout believers, get, okay. I was not yet back to Ram. She reset to early Season 1 Ram? No! Before she fell in love with Subaru? Like third trial. Well, again, the third trial, that's just stuff that could happen. I have hope too in that case, but the third trial is just stuff that could happen. In no way is it confirmed. Let's have hope. Let's just have hope, because Rem needs to come back. Dona will not disappoint. She do be smart. I mean, she's the person with the most knowledge in the entire ReZero universe, if I'm not mistaken. So, if anyone could predict what's gonna happen, it would be her. And if she made a prediction that Rem is gonna be back as Rem, then let's have faith in her.
例えばの話だけどよ、教会のどっか別の場所でぼや騒ぎなんかが起きたとする。そしたらどうなると思う？
Before I finish that, all of you, it's never all of them. There's always one more toward. It's always more.
どうなるって、そりゃ状況を確かめに行くんじゃないか。
So wait, Feld, you're gonna commit arson? I thought it was Wolf's. I thought it was Wolf's thing. Oh, Subaru has to do it. Oh well. You watch Underverse too? Yeah, I do. I do. I watched Glitch Tale as well, but I didn't really watch it on the channel. So wait a second, did you just head on over to YouTube to check that out? Nice. I mean, should I? That reminds me, the finale of Glitch Tale is gonna come out soon. The finale of Glitch Tale is gonna come out soon, so... Should I react to the finale of Glitch Tale despite the fact that I didn't react to Glitch Tale before, or should I only start reacting to that once the prequel starts? Maybe I should react to the finale just because, you know, finale. That could be fun. The Underverse was released? It was released. Yes. How can Glitch Tale end well? Honestly, I don't know. I've seen the trailer for the new episode, but It's gonna be so hype. At least Gaster is still alive, you know. At least him dying was only an illusion, we know that. But I highly doubt he's gonna be able to fight again. I think Gaster will likely not appear in the final episode until the very end. I think at the very end of the final episode, we're probably gonna get to see a little bit of how everything is progressing from here on out, at which point we're gonna see a little bit of Gaster probably again. But I feel like other than that, Gaster has had his big moment in the previous episode. And what a big moment that was, like seriously, he obliterated Betty. Which is why he's my favorite character. Can you honestly blame me for me choosing Gaster as my favorite character in the series? So yeah. Sexy, cute, heroic. That is a tough choice. I mean, I guess heroic, maybe? Either heroic or cute. Probably going for heroic on this. I think. Bless the dog noise. No. Guess the blasters do not bark. But yeah, honestly, Kiwi. Also, I just noticed, is your name referring to Kiwi as in the character out of the Undertale multiverse? The one also graciously seen in Interlopers as well. No? I guess that's just a random coincidence then. The main turrets, not the side characters who only appear once in a lifetime. Most of them appear only once in a lifetime, except for, you know, standard hate curse and love curse turret. I feel like they appear all the time. I'm gonna head out, sorry. Alright, when will be the next stream? Probably Wednesday? I'll try to do it on Wednesday. I'll try to do the next one on Wednesday. If I can manage. So yeah. That'll most likely be the next one. Honestly, for a while I've been trying to do it like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That doesn't always work out. Honestly, my schedule is all over the place. The only day that is basically confirmed to almost always be a stream is Friday, but even that doesn't always work. I am very sorry for that. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get a better schedule going. Okay, bye. Bye, Mario. See you. I feel like I'm taking the towards on a field trip. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Just talking hypothetically, not saying you should. Also totally not saying the place where you could do it, because it makes sense. Just hypothetically speaking, you know, if you were to do that, it would benefit you, and it would make sense if it happened in that specific place. Fired up, get! What did we say about eating people? Yes, you don't do that. Just set fire to the kitchen. Okay. Can we go somewhere else? Or should we progress? I am sorry, okay. So have you ever wondered what if Subaru actually became a hero? And is that also one of the what ifs? I know there's the... Is it Pride what if, where he becomes a villain because he never relies on anyone's help? Like in the first, where goes a different way right at the loot house and stuff. But apparently, people actually respected him a lot. Arc 5, well, that's gonna be interesting. I mean, he's already a hero to the village, so he's already, for the village, he's already a hero and people respect him. But overall, and he actually also gained a lot of respect during the White Whale subjugation, that's also a thing. It's actually gonna get better than that for him? That's interesting. Huh. I understand that, but I was gonna give her well. I have made a mistake. Mistakes happen, you know? Happens all the time. Was your mistake to divulge the Tort crew? to indulge in the court. Was your mistake to indulge in the Tort crew? There. I can speak. Let's expand to the reason they started to truly damage the witches' cult. I mean, true. Subaru is also responsible for taking out the first Sin Archbishop. And he is probably going to be responsible for taking out all the other Archbishops as well. What is your choice? Okay, decisive moment. Here it is. Mistake was letting Tori near me. Understandable. Betelgeuse is not the last one to die. Well, I mean, Betelgeuse is the first one to die. Okay. Indirectly, yes, all the other archbishops. Directly, one or... Directly one other. Okay, I see. Also, I said 3. Near 3, yes. Okay. I am sorry. I can read. I read visual novels.
Tiga から警戒されないようにマイフレンドが酒場で待ってると伝えてくれ。あと、Tiga との接触は誰にもバレずに実現したい。特にSakuraにだけは。
Yeah, especially Sakura. Especially the Mabi's use of a Mastermind.
ああ、わかってる。そのために兄ちゃんも協力してくれるんだろう？
もちろんだ。全力でサポートするよ。
Also want to see the Archbishop of Lust? I don't know, do I? I know that there's supposed to be 6 Archbishops, so there isn't supposed to be an Archbishop of Envy, because they worship the Witch of Envy, and the Seat of Pride is currently unoccupied, that's all I know. So, all the 7 deadly sins except for Pride and Envy have, all the different deadly sins except for Pride and Envy do have an Archbishop representing them, right? Must like yeah, maybe, yeah. Search up Capella. Okay, that's gonna be an interesting search. In the anime so far, we've seen Betelgeuse, who's the Archbishop of Sloth. We've seen Laibat Kaitos, who's the Archbishop of Gluttony, and we've seen Regulus Corneas, who's the Archbishop of Greed. So we're still missing 2 more. There's still 2 more we haven't seen yet, and those would be the one of Lust, which you just mentioned, and the one of Wrath. Those 2 we haven't seen in the anime yet. I think. But it could be interesting to maybe look them up. Potentially. Especially Lust.
で、フェルトが教会へ侵入したら、俺は酒場に行ってティーガの到着を待つ。
But yeah, who... What was that? Hey, just because I like anime doesn't mean I like hentai. I mean, I do like hentai, but not because I like anime.
してはいるんだけどよ。そのなんだ、さくらって姉ちゃんが。
Yes, yes, she is.
詳しくは言えねえんだけど、まあそんなところだ。
じゃあティーガって兄ちゃんは兄ちゃんの味方なのか？
But actively getting a nosebleed? Nah. No, because you're a man. I guess. Implying that women can't like hentai? That's sexist. Nah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Though I guess I don't like it enough. Maybe that's because I didn't have too much energy this month, but I basically already failed non-stop Nut November on the first few days. Like, and by that I mean not within the first few days, but the first few days I failed every single day. So non-stop Nut November is already long over for me. I couldn't do it. For some reason I lacked the energy this month. Oh well. Just they think more than us sometimes. So I'm being sexist toward our gender. Yes, understandable. How's everyone else's November going, by the way? Also, are you participating in non-stop Nut November or no Nut November? Which is it? Which is it? Yeah, it is true we don't know about Tiga. But I think he's not on Sakura's side, especially considering he died. Had to do no nut? Okay, understand, I guess. Hope it's going smoothly. Still winning. Let's go! My dude, you got this. I just live my life like usual. That's also respectable. I mean, it's basically how it went for me, considering I failed non-stop Nut November on day 1. After failing non-stop Nut November, I could have gone on to try no Nut November, but I decided, yeah, it's not worth it. Granted, my right arm has no skin. I get that your arm hurts right now, so I get that. Anything you do would be very painful on the arm. So yeah, couldn't if I wanted to. Well, hey, that's an advantage for you. You might actually succeed this November. I mean, we're halfway through November already and you're still winning. So let's go. You can handle the rest. Left hand isn't the same. We're talking about weird stuff right now. I get it. Your Twitch, is this within terms of service? I hope so. I mean, hey, we didn't explicitly say anything. Nut could refer to a lot of things, like peanuts. So, you know, we didn't explicitly say anything. But everyone knows what we're talking about. Rem sleeping is cute. Drunk Rem is cute too. Remember the OVA? Where she was purring like a cat? Honestly, Rem is cute in every way. Even though she is somewhat dead. There are conversational deflection, yes. We could also talk about what could happen in the story. Let's make some more predictions. So I still think that Melty is basically completely innocent in all this. And she's just being forced to go along with it. And her innocent nature is very much genuine. I think Tiga really cares for Melty and really wants to protect her. But is for some reason also being forced to go along with it. As for Salem/Wolf, I think he also cares about Melty, but not to the same degree Tiga does. And when he's putting on the mask and the outfit, and he's being, you know, Wolf, I feel like he's also metaphorically putting on a mask to fool his own feelings and stuff. To basically just completely overwrite his character and be an entirely different person. Because he couldn't do the things he's doing normally. Couldn't bring himself to do that. So I feel like that's what's going on. So deep down, Salim could be a somewhat decent person. But yeah, I don't know anything else about that. Just want to see Rem, yeah. I mean, Rem do be nice. It's always nice to see more of Rem. Thank God. Yeah, I think so too. I think the Torts are gone as well for the time being. Maybe they left. Maybe they went on to another streamer.
俺とレムで頑張ってティーガとの接触を試みるよ。
はい、スバル君のためにレムも頑張ります。そういうわけにもいかねえだろ。兄ちゃんたちだけでどうにかできるわけねえ。
Oh, but what if we can?
ま、ティーガって兄ちゃんは味方だって可能性が高いんだろうな。じゃねえと話したいと思わねえもんな。
It is very likely. I mean, we are besties.
その可能性が高いと思ってる。あいつは協力して。
Make Rem's voice louder. I'll turn up the overall game volume a little bit. There.
そいつと話せばいろいろはっきりするのか?
We're gonna do the roll call again. Probably better that way.
ああ、そうだ。
So is the volume better this way?
見えてくるんじゃねえかって気がしてる。あいつらが置かれている立場も含めてな。
I guess I'll ask the question again once we actually hear Rem say something.
それで兄ちゃんには策はあるのか? 私が教会に忍び込むのをどうやって援護するつもりだ?
Okay, this is where we make the decision, right?
桜の目をどうやってそらすかだよな。
桜って姉ちゃんだけじゃねえぞ。あの教会を
Also remember when Subaru was happy good old days? Yeah.
見つかるわけにはいかねえだろ。
He was happy on multiple occasions, actually. But again, the happiness never lasts long, and the only reason happiness even exists in ReZero is to make the suffering that follows hurt that much more. So, yeah. Like for the OVA. The OVA was probably the happiest Subaru ever was, if we're being honest.
ああ、確かに。衛兵に見つかっても桜に報告されちまうもんな。
もしにやけ面の兄ちゃんが味方だとすると、桜って姉ちゃんにとっては敵だってことになる。
Also, Arc 7 is horrible for Subaru because he has no one. I mean... I'm still curious to see if he's ever gonna be able to tell anyone about his power. I mean, Roswell kind of knows about his power, so that's interesting. At this point, since the end of Season 2, Roswell is kind of on the same side as Subaru. And Roswell knows about Subaru's power. So, whenever Subaru goes to Roswell about something he knows, Roswell would probably be more likely to instantly believe him. If Subaru just randomly says the witch's cult is attacking, for example, or just says, yeah, you know what, Roswell, the Sin Archbishop of Gluttony is attacking us in a few days, Roswell would immediately be like, ah, okay, I get what you're saying, you experienced this. Without actually having to explain himself anymore. So having Roswell on Subaru's side like this is actually very beneficial. I just realized. Let's see, he has no one. I mean, no one except Reset Rem and 5 people trying to kill him. Yikes. At the point of wanting to hear Roswell's voice, that's how you know it's serious. But again, at this point, Roswell should be at his side, on his side, so yeah. But I'm really curious to see how the story is gonna continue now that Roswell decided to no longer mess with him. And with Roswell knowing about Subaru's power, that's definitely intriguing. I mean, they still can't talk to each other openly about that power, but they can imply stuff. Right? Well, that is if he's physically with him. Roswell does not seem evil, as of now. He didn't seem truly evil during the Mansion arc as well, you know? During the Mansion arc, you were like, oh yeah, he's just a bit eccentric and stuff. And then later on, he got revealed as basically the one who orchestrated everything behind the scenes. Wait a moment! So even Roswell saying that he's upset because one of his servants died, even that must have been an act. I just realized, because Roswell is the one who hired the shaman to attack the village, wasn't he? Wasn't Roswell the one who hired the shaman to attack the village? And the shaman was the one who killed Rem? I never realized that up until now. Oh my god. You know, I thought his concern for Rem at that point was genuine, but how could I ever think that? How could I ever think that his concern for anyone is genuine? Well, now he does not have his Tomb of Wisdom. That is also true. He did kind of get burned. Or did he only hire Meili after that, because after finding out what she was capable of? That could also be a thing. He could have also hired Meili after that for the first time, after seeing what he was capable of when the attack on the mansion was happening with the shaman. That could also be a thing. But we know that he definitely was connected to Meili, because he definitely hired Elsa the first time around, and he definitely hired Elsa and Meili to attack the mansion during Season 2. It is a question of, did Roswell know of Meili before the attack on the mansion with the shaman attack and stuff like that during the mansion arc? Or did he only learn of her after that happened? That would be the question. Oh well. I keep getting distracted and not making any progress on the game. I keep getting distracted. I need to make progress on the game. I mean, we need to continue, come on. Did not send them the second time. He mentioned that when he wanted to hire someone else, she was already hired to attack the mansion. Did he? But was that cut content? Because in the anime he definitely said that the order to attack the mansion came from him personally. So was that cut content to know that the attack already was caused by someone else? I don't know. Yes, cut content. Okay, now I know. Okay, now I'm aware. From which I sent you. Okay. Again, though, I'm probably gonna not be reading that right now. Because right now I need to progress the game. Because I keep stalling. I keep getting distracted. Not like that's necessarily a bad thing, but I already have more than 30 hours of playtime in this game, and only recently did Subaru ever figure out who the imposter was.
Tiga もメルティちゃんも何か事情があって泣く泣くさくらに協力してる可能性が高いんだ。
Speedrun the game now, but then I won't be able to hear all the voices if I just press enter all the time. Also, I need to theorize a bunch, don't I? I need to think about what's gonna happen. After all, due to my theorizing, I was able to call that Sakura was the mastermind. There wasn't even any real leads to her. It was just, well, we know Melty has to be the imposter among the royal candidates. The only question is if she was the mastermind or someone was controlling it from behind the scenes, considering that Melty seemed way too nice for it to be an act, I decided, yeah, it has to be someone else controlling things. Then I had to think about who among the characters we met in this game it could be. And at the time I thought Salem seemed way too nice, which I guess I was mistaken about that. But I knew from the beginning that Wolf was basically in no way the mastermind. He was definitely just one of their henchmen doing all the dirty work. And Tiga also seemed like way too nice of a person. And he cared about Melty as a person too much, so my guess naturally went to Sakura, who we knew very little about at that point. So yeah. Graphic, if yes, can you show me? They are graphically described. But you don't really get to see them, sadly. Like, for example, as I said, the thing about Subaru getting filled with bugs and then exploding was very nicely described. Also, here, Puck actually did the thing. Yeah, sadly. Very sad, I know. Puck actually did the thing about, you know, turning into the giant monster form and freezing everyone to death. He actually did that in the capital this time instead of at the mansion. So that's nice. In fact, Sakura has killed me before, and Tiga. And even Melty. And even Melty were killed at that moment. Was Melty killed? I am not aware. But why? Subaru decided to do things differently. Basically, the Witch's Cult learned about Emilia after Emilia and Subaru and Rem took care of a bunch of infamous bandits on the way to the capital. And that's why the Witch's Cult was alerted to Emilia's presence a little bit earlier. Because normally they'd only get alerted to Emilia's presence after the royal candidates were announced. And at that point, Emilia travels back to the mansion, which is where the Witch's Cult attacks. This time, however, before any announcements were even made, Emilia and everyone else stop an infamous group of bandits shortly before arriving in the capital, which means Emilia's name is already getting spread, which means the Witch's Cult knows about Emilia earlier, so they attack her while she's still in the capital, and she dies, and Puck turns into the giant monster to kill everyone. So yeah, just a little bit of a difference in circumstances triggered that. So, nice little change of pace. Not like that changed too much. In the end, Subaru still froze to death and had to return by death. I think you also died to Betelgeuse once. Very scary, yes. Scary. Let's go with this. Also, there's another spirit in this, a spirit belonging to Salem. A spirit called Puka, who's a fire spirit. And Puka seems to be very intimidated by Puck. And constantly calling out Puck as like the superior being, because of course, Puck is like one of the, what was it, 4 spirits of the apocalypse or something like that? I don't know the exact title. Also, Puck is also a fire spirit, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because fire magic, the fire element in ReZero refers to just changing temperature in general, which can mean changing temperature to higher temperatures, but also to lower temperatures, which means fire magic in ReZero can also refer to ice. So, Puka and Puck are both fire spirits, but Puka uses actual, like, fire with heat, while Puck prefers to cool things down. Just an interesting little thing to point out, I guess. But I am right? I'm correct in what I said about ice magic being fire magic in ReZero. That's not just me making stuff up, is it? Getting back on track. Yes, Subaru, we need to get back on track. No idea. I feel like it is though. I mean, there are only 4 elements plus, you know, plus light and dark, so 6 overall. But ice is not one of the elements. Technically, it could also be water magic. Ice magic could also be related to water magic, but I think it's related to fire magic, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Rem, you're being a help just by being there and being adorable. But don't get caught. Don't get caught by her. She's intense. Rem should exist. That's all the help we need. Please remain in existence. Yes, Rem, don't go. You know, the sad part is this game is technically taking place before she even gets erased by the white whale the first time. So... yeah, please keep existing, Rem.
わかりました。フェルト様が見つからないように、さくら様の気を引かせていただきます。
At this point, Subaru doesn't even really know what it's like to lose Rem. At this point, Subaru isn't even aware of the pain that's gonna come in relation to Rem. He doesn't even know what he has until he loses it. You don't know what you've got until you lose it. It's just like that. Same for Subaru when it comes to Rem.
それじゃあ、その合図は俺が出すよ。俺が合図を出したら、さくらに話しかけて。
You think that's a good idea? You think that's a good idea?
頼むな、レム。
You really think it's a good idea to let Rem talk to Sakura and put her in danger like that? Rem, just be on guard. Remember, she's a Mabeast user. How would it be if Rem went back to killing Subaru? Oh, wait. I mean, you said she reverts back to her Season 1 self later, so... oh, I hope to God she doesn't kill him again. I hope she's just cautious around him. As long as Rem can distract her, I think we can get past Sakura. There are a few tried and true methods for this type of situation, but what should we do? Turning point, let's go. Set objects on fire. Or knock objects over. Both would be a good distraction, and setting objects on fire, let's be honest, while it would be causing a little bit more harm than necessary, it would also help keep people distracted for longer. Because, let's face it, you knock things over, people are just gonna set it back up and everything. But if you set things on fire, then they have to go out of their way to go grab water and put out the fire. So setting objects on fire would probably be the better distraction because it's gonna keep people distracted for longer. My personal opinion. What are your thoughts on that? I'm gonna take some of your input here. But I think setting stuff on fire might be more likely to help us out here for longer and buy us more time. And getting all the time we can get is probably a good idea. Fire, I figured. Being strangled to death by a demon is fetish fantasy, I guess. I guess it would be. Okay, let's set stuff on fire. Change the future. Yes, it also buys time as they'd have to put it out. That's what I've been saying. What's that link, by the way? Shell Natsuki's Subaru? What? Interesting. But what's that link for? Just out of curiosity. Pride animatic? Okay, that's gonna be interesting. I've seen an explanation of Pride but actually watching it could be interesting in an animatic. That could be nice. Could be nice. Definitely. So this one is better. Kindling, get. So many links that I might have to check out later. So many. Pretty much tells the story. Nice. I mean, that's all you need, really. If you can tell the entire story in 2 minutes, impressive. Honestly, what could you talk? You could say that you're here on Emilia's behalf, and you're here to negotiate a potential alliance between both of our camps. Now, I know that would all be a bunch of bullshit, but it would be the best possible thing you could say. just discuss something along some sort of alliance. Something along those lines, maybe. Or just that you're there to bring up the idea and want to know her opinion and get some feedback, stuff like that. Because otherwise it would be kind of weird to just come here out of nowhere to talk about random stuff. Can talk about anything and people would listen. Yeah, but you also have to talk about a topic that would not make someone suspicious afterwards. Like, why would this person just randomly drop by and talk about this random thing? Or you could talk about how you're interested in joining the church, maybe. Maybe that would get them interested. Fucking call people dumb bastards and they would listen happily. She was... well... most people probably, but not everyone. She literally made a child cry in this game before. And that was not nice. Basically, we were trying to find a child's parents. Very reminiscent of Season 1, if I think about it. But there was a lost child. We're trying to look for her parents. And we were trying to keep her happy. Just to calm her down a little bit, you know. And, well, there was Salem was there. And Salem is a pretty kind of intense-looking person and doesn't talk a lot. And Subaru has pretty scary eyes, as everyone keeps pointing out. So, you know. So after both of them couldn't get the child to calm down, Subaru asked Rem to do it. At which point, Rem pulled out her Morning Star, activated her demon mode, and threatened the child because the child called Subaru's eyes scary. And after that, no one was able to calm down the kid. Sad. Well, that's the thing. Even if you're a kid, you better not insult Subaru in Ram's presence. Unless you're Ram's sister. Ram can totally insult Subaru all she wants, because Ram's always like, yeah, that's just my sister's way of showing how much she cares about people. I get being protective and overprotective, but... yeah, pulling out the Morning Star on a child next to you is Ram. I mean, seriously. That was pretty intense. Do we get to choose the topic now? Is this another turning point? Yup, it's another turning point. What do we got? Well, I only have one option prepared. The mysterious masked man. Let me choose the topic. Well, it's not like we have a choice here. I didn't gather enough intel to unlock the first choice. But wasn't the first choice also about Sakura being the mastermind somewhat? I feel like pointing out the fact that she's the mastermind might not be the best idea if we're trying to be subtle about things. So talking about the mysterious masked man would probably be the best thing to do. Oh yeah, we do have the choice of just saying no, never mind, but that's not a thing we do here. We do give her a topic, we want our odds to be at the best possible level they could be. We're not doing nothing. That's one thing we do not do. The only time we do nothing is if we literally don't have enough info to make any choice. I did that exactly once, and that made things quite a bit harder later. So we'll talk about Wolf, the mysterious masked man, who we in the community lovingly call the masochist. Yep, that guy.
本当に当たり障りない会話をしてもあんま意味ねえだろ。
That is true.
ある程度会話に集中せざるを得ない内容じゃないとさくらのやつは気をそらしたりしねえよ。
But be careful, Ram. Be careful. You can just die and get more info. I mean, I guess that's an option. I don't wanna die. I'm not sure. This is loop 5, I believe. This is our 5th loop. So, I don't wanna die again if I can help it. Even though death is required in the story, but, you know.
あの男の話をすることがさくら様の気を引くことになるのでしょうか。
ああ、かなりな。
I mean, yeah. I mean, Wolf works for her, so... The Subaru needs to learn suffering too.
まさかそんなということはつまり
I mean, his very existence is suffering. That's why that's why so many people lovingly call him Subaru. Subaru, the good old suffering Subaru.
その可能性が高いって俺は思ってる。
I mean, suffering at this point is basically his middle name, isn't it?
なるほど。おいおい、私を置いてけぼりで勝手に盛り上がってんじゃねえよ。でも
Are you still here, Feld?
確かに兄ちゃん
Then you better get to work.
当たり障りねえ会話だけだとそもそも気なんて引けねえ可能性が高い。
じゃあレムがさくらと話す話題はウォルフのことで OK?
I guess that's the only option we have. Also, Fastback, welcome back. And Garfield said Subaru doesn't know hell. Oh boy, was he wrong! Yes! That was such an insult as well. Like seriously. Of all people, Subaru is, as he said, I do know hell. I've seen it many times. And I'm the only one who needs to know hell. Again, though, that was not the best mindset to be in, as was pointed out to him later. He needs to rely on others as well. He can't put all the pain and suffering on himself. He already has most of the pain and suffering, considering he's the only one who remembers stuff when he travels back in time. So the least he could do is rely on other people during his loops as well. Since he's the only one who remembers suffering from the previous loops, he can at least share the pain with others to make sure it's not as bad in the loops he's experiencing currently. Even Garfield could tell he wasn't wrong. Yep. He could tell it from his eyes, from the look in his eyes, like, oh shit, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. He's being serious right now.
それでいいんじゃねえの？わかりました。さくら様にはあの仮面の男の話題を振ってみることにします。よし、話し合いはこんなもんでいいだろう。私はいつでも大丈夫だぜ、兄ちゃん。
Alright, let's talk to our bestie.
フェルトが大丈夫なら俺からは特にねえよ。
それじゃあ、兄ちゃん。
ああ、侵入ミッション開始だ。フェルト、レム、打ち合わせ通り
No, don't stick to the plan, do whatever. I'm gonna watch one of 2 anime. Oh, which are the options? Also, even though it does not completely show later on, I think Ram's temporary death affected him a lot. I mean, a lot. I mean, yeah, who wouldn't be affected by that, honestly? Her death would, of course, have affected him, especially after the speech she gave to him. And after he literally was like, yeah, I'm gonna be your hero now. High-Rise Invasion is one I don't know of. And Call Me Can't Communicate is one I'm actually watching right now as well. And from what I've seen so far, it's nice. Call Me Can't Communicate is definitely pretty nice. It do be wholesome, funny, everything. So we became a hero, it's obvious in Arc 5. I mean, honestly, at this point, at the point he's in at the end of Season 2 of the anime, he's already made quite a bit of progress, if we're being honest. He defeated one of the Sin Archbishops, saved a whole bunch of lives. He is pretty much the one who led to who led to 2 of the 3 great Mabis to be destroyed. So honestly, at this point, he's already doing pretty good for himself. He saved so many lives, honestly, if we're thinking about it. In the village, he's already a hero just because of the Marbeast incident. He will become a true hero, looking forward to that when it finally happens. But it's not yet. Subaru is with someone non-existent. Sad. You had to bring that up. High Rise is a darker times, but like not like Death Note dark. Okay, I see. Who, by the way, speaking of being with someone non-existent, wasn't that also cut content from the anime? I think in the anime, it was the post-credits scene from season 1 / the opening scene of season 2, where it was basically implied, but he never actually said it. Wasn't it in the cut content that Subaru basically offered Ram the chance of this being like a 3-way relationship as long as Emilia is okay with it? Wasn't that a thing that he offered? Like saying as long as Emilia's fine with it, he's fine with polygamy? With both of them? Wasn't that a thing? I think it was a thing. Oh well. Watch that one then. That sigh made my day. Did it? If it's late where you live, watch more depressing shit. If it's earlier in the day, watch wholesome shit. Makes sense. Isn't that the butterfly if? Is it? I thought that was content that was cut where he talked to Rem about it. If Emilia is okay with it, he would go for both of them. Then again, I could just be imagining that. I think I heard that forever ago, so, you know. But I could also look it up again, maybe. Till becomes a hentai MC, actually wholesome. Ah. Generate wholesome or actually wholesome? Actually wholesome, I mean. That's nice. Okay, now let's actually get going. To the mission. Oh crap, the lag spikes are happening. That always happens when this stuff happens. There we go. So, get felt in contact with Tiga, and I fail if a specific number of phases pass, or get caught by Sakura or the guards. Or if Subaru dies. Hint. Support fell so she can move forward. Be careful, the enemy can spot you easily. Subaru should leave once this task is done. Set a fire, talk about Wolf. Okay, it's time. Probably more hentai than I can count online if you're interested. I guess so, yeah. Let's think about how we can distract the guards. Anything that isn't like Beastars? Huh. I mean, I haven't watched Beastars either, but tell me, why specifically not that one? Kill the guards using unseen hand? Sadly, he doesn't have that yet. Too early on in the story. Oh. Whoa, okay then. We're going chibi now, huh? Isn't it understandable, I guess. Okay, Ram. I'm probably wasting turns by talking to people, but I have to. Because maybe it's useful. Cannot use that now, and even if he could, he does not have strength to use it on killing a decently strong person. How does no one see Feld? Good question. How does no one see us just lingering around outside the gate? Yeah, I can't right now.
お願いしますスバル君
Thanks for pointing that out, Rem. See useful, it's a tool of distraction. Completely exposed to the guards. Let's get out of here. What am I supposed to do? You really did waste a turn, I guess. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I can't get in. The only stuff I can interact with is Rem and the gates. But how do I distract them? Honestly, my turn is about to end, so I might as well talk to her again. What do I do? Oh, talk. Oh my god, that's such an idiot move. Don't speed through RAM dialogue if we heard it already! I'm sorry, okay, next time, even if it's a repetition, I'll listen to it again. Fine. Nice job, Feld. I don't care, yeah. Oh, lag. My phone message notification is it RAM? Maybe we should, but what if we won't? Trust me, never get tired of it. You know what? I'm gonna regret it, but I'll open that up real quick. Real quick. There we go. Let me listen to it again. You know what? Understandable. You heard it, right? I played it out loud. Were you able to hear it? I hope you were. My first anime I ever watched, not counting Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball. Oh, what was your first one then? Darling in the Franxx. It's not the best. I just like it because it's one of the first I watched. Honestly, Darling in the Franxx, not too bad. Just the ending. Towards the end, it just got so out of control. But other than that, it was pretty nice. You know, I like Studio Trigger, so of course I'm gonna like Darling in the Franxx to some degree. Black Butler. Huh. I think the first one I watched... Now I gotta think, what was the first anime I watched? Phew, good question. It might have... I honestly can't really remember. It might have been Dragon Maid. Possibly. But I'm not entirely sure. Honestly, I don't even remember. The backstory, and until the end, before the end actually, it was great, to be honest. Yeah, but then suddenly aliens! Suddenly aliens. Subaru swag face, yes. Favorite Subaru facial expression? That's an interesting question. I don't know. Can I say Subaru's despair face? Because he has so many of them. That's probably his most common expression. Though when he gets serious, his intense expression when he gets serious. Like that one moment when he returns by death to the upper stall next to Rem, and he's holding her hand while walking, and the camera slowly pans up and you see this really intense expression on his face. That seems pretty nice. You can totally send it on Discord. That one, it is that one. Nice. Okay, now I can get in. For now, I'm gonna use the key to get in. Okay, now it's getting serious. So my favorite anime is tied between Sora. Ooh, rare opinion, someone calling Sora their favorite. My favorite is probably... You know, it's probably... It might be Konosuba. I think it's either Konosuba or Little Witch Academia. For me personally. This is not gonna go well. We're gonna get caught. We're definitely gonna get caught. I made a huge mistake, didn't I? Oh, never mind. Subaru automatically runs away. Of Underlord finally had... Oh! We got the attention of 2 guards at least. Okay, now we need to distract the final guard. So I got 2 at once, that's nice. Damn it. Okay, they can see me easily. I thought I could sneak behind the statue. Okay, now I know. How was I supposed to know what their view distance is? Okay, I messed up. Think use brain cells? No, I will not use brain cells because that would mean I need to have brain cells. I shall let you hear her voice. But yeah, she's basically the mastermind behind everything. The Mabeast user who kills Subaru by blowing up his stomach using bugs. Well, we're dying. Yeah, Subaru is super dead. But we should be able to restart the mission immediately.
Subaru-san は大丈夫です。安心してください。さくらさんと話がしたいみたいなので、どうぞ先にお帰りください。
We're super dead.
わかりました。それではメルティ様。
How do you believe them? How do you believe them after everything Subaru told you? And now that Subaru disappeared and they're offering up the explanation, yeah, no, Subaru and Sakura are just talking. You believe that, honestly. Rem, come on, you're better than this. Felt! Oh my god, why? She has no better option than to act like it's fine. I guess, but still, oh, that hurts. So he's totally not dying or anything and in need of assistance. Yeah, no, he's totally fine. Well, I mean, at this point, we're still talking.
もうスバルちゃんたら往生際が悪いですよ。そんな話信じられません。何を探ろうとしていたのでしょう。教えてもらいたいですね。
Well, we're looking for our best friend.
いやいやマジで遊びに来ただけだ。この業界いろいろ見てない場所があったからちょっと見学してただけなんだよ。
That was the most unbelievable lie ever.
スバルちゃんたら嘘が下手ですね。全部話した方が身のためですよ。
タイダですね。Wow. タイダですね。Super dead by the... Yeah. I'm gonna go to sleep. Alright, you do that, Fastback. Have a good night. And thanks for coming by today. It's appreciated.
いやマジで見学を。
If I sleep, I mean watch anime until I pass the fuck out. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Understandable. Okay then.
スバルちゃんには死んでもらうことにしましょう。
Okay.
大体この状況でどうしてそんなに落ち着いてるんです？
Subaru's just like that. Oh no!
スバルちゃんには周りが見えていないんですか？気に入りませんね。何普通に会話しちゃってるんですか？
Why? Are you a sadist? Do you want to watch me suffer? Do you want to watch Subaru suffer? Because he has suffered way more than anything you could do to him now. Even if you do the whole bug explodey thing again, he's already experienced that before. Okay, she's doing that again. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Grotesque creatures surrounding me, wriggling disgustingly. But I've already experienced this before, so don't expect a genuine reaction from me. Tell her to watch the anime, yes. Ma'am, have you seen ReZero? Still, my gag reflex suddenly kicks in. I remember that other time. Sakura killed me by stuffing my stomach full of these creatures. It burst open from the inside.
もしかしてスバルちゃんって鈍感なだけなんですか？それにしてもとても変な反応ですね。いきなりオートだなんて。
Well, there's a reason for that.
なるほど。
Her voice acting do be good though.
スバルちゃんはお望みってことなんですね。
It is not how we wish to die, but I guess it's gonna happen.
いや待て。できればあんな殺され方はごめんだ。
Can you kill yourself another way?
へえ、そうなんですか。でもそれはスバルちゃん次第ですよ。
Well, if it's all the same to you, could you just stab us?
知ってることを
Slit our throat? Anything?
スバルちゃんが知ってることを教えてくれたら考えてあげます。
Honestly, at this point... Don't say that, Subaru. She will make it worse. You know, at this point, what we could do... Make a deal. If we tell her make the deal of... Subaru, you tell her everything. In exchange, she'll give you a merciful, quick death. And that would be a good deal, because once you die and revert time... She won't remember any of that conversation and you will have gotten your quick death. It makes sense. Right? Right? Striking that deal? Merciful quick death, and in exchange she gets information out of you? Information that she won't remember by the time you return by death? Why wouldn't you strike such a deal? Come on, Subaru. It's your best possible opportunity. My heart is shaken for a moment. I don't want to die like that ever again. Maybe if I told her everything. Subaru. Subaru, she wouldn't remember it anyway, Subaru.
どうせ殺されるんだよな。全部話しても。
Yes, but your death could be a whole lot less painful if you tell her.
まあ、スバルちゃんは知りすぎてる感じですからね。生かしてはおけませんね。
God damn it, Subaru. Well, you're doing this to yourself. Subaru, you're doing this to yourself. I'm sorry.
でも死に方ぐらいは選ばせてあげますよ。
Oh, you're gonna give him a choice anyway? How nice. I'm supposed to know about parallel universes yet, which isn't confirmed even, as far as I'm aware, right? It's still up in the air whether or not those alternate universes are a thing or if time actually resets. At this point, he thinks time resets. Later on, he thinks alternate universes could be a thing, which immediately Echidna is like, yeah, it could be that or it could be that. We don't know. But now he considers it, yeah. At this point, he shouldn't consider it. At this point, he shouldn't even consider it, but apparently...
やっぱり言えねえ。お前には何も教えてやらねえよ。
Honestly, Subaru, do you just want to look like a badass? Is that all you want to do here? Well, bad choice.
怖いお母様にお仕置きされちまえ。
Oh shit. Subaru, you're making it worse. You're making it worse. Are you a masochist? Do you actually want to suffer? Subaru becomes a masochist, yeah. Basically. Do you want to suffer like this?
やっぱりあなたは危険です。
Oh fuck. Yeah. I said he would make it worse and he's doing it.
早く死んでもらうことにしますね。スバルちゃんさえいなくなれば、軌道修正はいくらでもできそうですし。それじゃあ、スバルちゃん。
さくらの指を鳴らすのと同時に、うごめいていた虫が俺の口の中に滑り込んでくる。
It's happening. Again.
どんどん差し上げます。氷魔中ちゃんを吐き出そうとしたって無駄ですから。
You're insane. But we already knew that.
あの時と一緒だ。次から次へと俺の口の中へ妖魔獣たちが潜り込んでくる。
And it had to be wasps, by the way. It had to be wasps. Those bastards.
何がいけなかったんだ。もっとうまくやる方法がきっとあったはずなのに。ティーガやメルティちゃんを巻き込まなかったことだけが唯一の救い。
Well, that's good. At least they didn't die, yes.
さあ、スバルちゃんお望みの死に方ですよ。内側から弾けて死んじゃってください。
And
だからの掛け声に合わせて内側から俺の体は弾ける。それと同時に俺の意識も途絶えていた。
it's a good background song for this.
この試合は
Nah.
こんなもんでいいだろう。私はいつでも大丈夫だぜ、兄ちゃん。
Welcome back.
兄ちゃん？
I feel nauseated. That sickening sensation still lingers in my mouth, down my throat, all the way to my stomach. You know, maybe I should die on every single mission just to see that extra dialogue. Maybe I should intentionally die every single mission.
スバルくん、大丈夫ですか？スバルくん。突然どうしたんだ？兄ちゃんの顔色。
Concerned Rem? Yes. Concerned Rem.
スバルくん。
BRB. Okay. But the stream won't go on for much longer anyway. I'll probably wrap it up. I probably won't even do a second try on this mission. So, my vision blurs and I can barely stand. Before I know it, I'm on my knees.
スバル君、お水です。
悪いレム。確かさっきも。
はい。先ほどもレムはスバル君にお水をお渡ししました。それで、スバル君はやはり。
No, no, we're fine. We just died.
もし水も飲めないような状態でしたら、今度こそレムが海外しくスバル君のお世話を。
I'm sure you would love that, Ram.
うめえてな感じで水は飲める状態だ。海外しいお世話はまたの機会にしとくよ。
Yeah, because we're busy right now. Sorry, Ram.
そんなご遠慮なさらずに、ぜひレムに海外しいお世話を。
Sorry, Ram. Sorry, Ram. Would love to have you take care of us, but not now.
私はさっきから一体何を見せられてるんだ。
It's called Romance Felt.
教会に侵入してにやけ面の兄ちゃんに会う必要がねえなら、私は行かせてもらうぜ。なんだか体調が悪いみたいだし、兄ちゃんはそれどころじゃなさそうだもんな。
No, no, we're feeling fantastic. We can go
いや
in.
待て待て。俺はもう大丈夫だから作戦を開始しよう。
Yes.
だってそういやどこまで話が進んでるんだっけ。
はあ？何言ってんだ兄ちゃん。あとは行動に移すだけって状態だろ。話し合いは終わってるよ。少なくとも私には特にね。兄ちゃんたちもそうなら
Understandable.
行動に移そうぜ。
We should get a move on, yes.
俺からも特にはねえよ。
Get a move on to the save point.
大丈夫なら俺は OK だ。
レムからも特にありません。スバル君の体が大丈夫なら行動に移すべきだと思います。
気遣いありがとうなレム。俺の体はこの通り大丈夫だ。
Are you though?
ということで、
Okay
侵
then.
入ミッション開始だ。ベルト、レム、打ち合わせ通りよろしく頼むな。くそー、失敗したー。よく考えねえと。
Okay, here we go. Infiltrating the Transcendent Dragon Church. That's what we're at right now. 13, almost 40 hours into the game. Seriously, yikes. Oh well. This is where I'm calling it though. Kiwi, if you're still here, or if you're back already, again, sorry that I called it quits when you were just saying that you were gonna be right back. Horrible timing on my part, I know, but I usually stream for about 3 hours, which is a point we have now reached, meaning I feel like this is a good opportunity to end it. In case you are not here, and I'm talking to no one right now, I still want to apologize for calling it quits at this point. But there is still some time, which I will use to pick someone to raid. So, the time until I have someone to raid is all the time you get until you, so you can possibly reappear in chat if you feel like it. Though I'm gonna have to be honest, if you are gone, that means we don't have 3 viewers, which is the minimum I need, or the minimum I need in my own terms to do a raid. Kind of sad, considering we're sitting pretty at 7 viewers and sitting at 5 viewers for a lot of it as well. So now not having enough to do a raid feels kind of sad. Came out of nowhere, but apparently we dropped too low to do it. Is anyone even live who I know? I guess, kind of, maybe. I'm gonna check something real quick. And we'll see whether or not we do a raid. Yeah, I feel like we won't be doing one. My sincerest apologies for that. And my sincerest apologies to you too, Kiwi. Because, well... Must feel a little bit bad to say BRB, then leave the stream, and then when you come back... Well... The stream is over. But... Don't worry, this won't be my last ReZero stream. There will definitely be more. Next stream will most likely be Deltarune again. That's gonna be fun. And then after that, Friday Night Funkin' on Friday. So in any case, thank you very, very, very much for watching. Again, my sincerest apologies for, you know, not waiting for you to come back, Kiwi. Maybe you're watching this in the archive and then you'll know that I apologized. Any case, that's it for today. So, till next time. Bye!